What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Chat and Draw, episode 21. I know maybe a couple of you have been watching every single episode. It's like, no, Mike, this is episode 22. Actually, it is 21. We had a scheduling snafu last week, so I backlogged that episode as just a freebie, just me kicking it, drawing some hot shot pages, and we've already done that, so I wasn't going to count it as another episode this season. But this is episode 21, and that is so close to episode 25, which will be our season finale, where we're going to have craziness. And I think I'll drop one bit of news as we count down to it, as we get to episode 25 and what season 2 is going to be for Chat and Draw. It's going to be good times. It's going to be good times. So let's get right to this, because you're probably asking who I am, even if you're tuning in for the first time. Well, I'm the publisher of Short Fuse Media Group, founder of Freestyle Comics, one half of the good, the bad, and the nerdy, also known as the Super Mad Brother. But on that convention scene and online, I am known as the most enthusiastic person in comics. Mike Watson, glad to see ya, glad to know ya, and we're going to have a good time today on this show called Chat and Draw. What's Chat and Draw? It's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. Chat and Draw is a show where I chat and I draw. I bring on a creative. We look at their character. I draw their character. They ask me questions. I ask them questions. It's called a conversation. And we go back and forth and we have a good time. And we've been having a good time all season long. But I can tell you right now, we got our computer moving. I shared that. Let me get that out the way and let me get up and running here. All right. I'm trying, if you've been following the show, there's been some tech issues as we've been trying to do things and get things formulated or whatnot. But I think I've found a pattern that works to keep things all up and running and going the way that they should go, which is good. But, we live and learn. And if there's an issue, there's an issue. We'll keep it moving and we'll figure it out. Just like there's an issue now. Like, why is my iPad asking me to trust the computer after it already asked me and I already answered that question? Trust this computer. All right, we got that up. Okay. All right. So now that that's all out the way, let's get it cracking with the show here. And you know what happens when I say let's get it cracking with the show? Actually, you don't, because this is the first time I've said it. So starting new trends. But here we go.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing great. Introduce yourself to everybody. Let them know who you're with and what we got going on today with your character.
My name is Jermael Lessey. I am currently the VP and art director of Konkret Comics.
Oh, okay.
I am the creator of Absolver, Rape for Vengeance.
Okay. So we got big office in the building with us.
Right.
So give us the elevator pitch about this character you've created, man. I saw you sent me some or I got some nice promo images of him. I do so and I'll flash it up here in a little bit. I love the image of him ripping off Thanos' arm. Everybody knows I'm kind of awkward with the stuff that I like in artwork, but he has his hand on the gauntlet, and the way he's gripping that gauntlet, I love that hand, man. That hand was classic.
Man. Yeah, I hope I don't butcher the artist's name, but Hacken Aiden, he did an incredible job on that. And then Tommy Shelton hooked it up with the colors. So yeah, I love that piece. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's definitely fun, and it sets it up for like, yo, this character's big, y'all. Like, get ready for it.
Right.
Your boy is definitely causing harm and damage. So give us the elevator pitch, man. What is he about? What's going on with this character?
Yo, Absolver's like the greatest thing ever created. I mean, what more do I need to say? Elevator pitch, if you're a fan of Spawn, you're a fan of Ghost Rider, you're a fan of any supernatural stories and content, Absolver is where you want to be. Absolver is basically heaven has its angels and hell has its demons, and then
Hmm.
Absolver is the first of its kind. He's a mezzo, which belongs to the oblivion. And then,
Okay.
so what sets him apart is, everybody knows angels, they're confined to, follow God's word and listen to God. And demons, they're here to be destructive and be menacing. A mezzo is basically, they're confined to their purpose. So based on how you live is how you're going to be in the afterlife as a mezzo.
Okay.
So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. And and I'm sorry, it was always purpose, his purpose is vengeance.
Hmm.
And that is definitely I have to read and find out later on why his purpose is vengeance, basically. But yeah, his purpose is vengeance as a mezzo.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So, how many issues or do we have with him, or is he a newer character?
The map. Oh, right now there's only one issue out. One issue
Okay.
currently out available on concretecomics.com. Concrete with a K. And issues to come, the roadmap is up to like 125 issues.
For
That's
just this book? For just this book?
No, only one is available, but I'm saying
Okay.
the roadmap altogether, yeah.
Okay, altogether. Yeah, that's what I was asking. You got 125 planned out.
Yeah, 125 planned out.
All right, so let's talk about his power set, because I mean, you got to be a pretty beastly dude to just one arm rip off Thanos, man. I mean, I know a picture's worth 1,000 words. I don't know what that fight looked like, but it don't look like your boy broke a sweat drop.
Well, to get the full scale of Absolver's powers and abilities, you just have to become a fan and stay a fan. So the only ability I'm willing to talk about today, which is known, is his ability known as Vanquish.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, Vanquish allows him to steal the knowledge, the abilities, and the instincts of any living creature or creature that was once living. So that it really doesn't work against robots and stuff like that. But anything with a soul or has become a soul, he can copy that. And his suit is also a multiplier of those abilities as well. So that's basically what I can talk about right now, or I'm willing to talk about right now. Is
Okay.
wish? Yeah.
Can we touch on if he's human or not?
Yeah. Just like any angel or demon, he was once alive. He was once a human, but right now he's a mezzo and a spirit known as a mezzo. So and he plays and it's in the same realm as angels and demons.
Okay, all right. I'm with you.
Right.
I am with you. Okay.
And when you think about Absolver, his purpose is vengeance, and he's not your typical hero. And then most would definitely view him as a villain based on how and what he does things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So most people would see him as a villain because of how he operates.
Yeah, like the Catholic Church. Any church, they vengeance is God's. So he's already an enemy to the church,
Mm-hmm.
and anybody that's a believer. Just off of that. So
Okay.
All right.
So what can we go into your process? I'm always interested to know and check out what was the process of coming up with Absolver. Where did he come from? Was it inspiration? Where did you see something that you liked? Is it inspired by your own beliefs? Like what is that? Where are we at on that?
Okay, all the above. I would definitely say I grew up in the church, and to my love of the lore and understanding spirituality and gods came from my sister. I remember she came home with a Greek mythology book and started talking about Greek mythology. You know, and ever since then, you know, the knowledge of wanting to know more and more and more just came, and then, you know, the secret to life. Then, you know, that's a whole other conversation. But as far as the hero goes, like my favorite hero is Spawn. So I would say definitely the foundational base for the creation of Absolver comes from Spawn. And I was working on this character for a while, and I just really couldn't put them all together. And then that night, George Zimmerman got off. You know, I felt this vindictive spirit in my soul, and you know, and if I had the ability, you know, I would have helped Trayvon Martin's parents that night. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't. So, you know, the vengeance, the rate of vengeance came from that night. You know, that's how long I've been on we're working with Absolver. You know, it's just, you know, it spawned from that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So would you say that situation, that event, catapulted the creation of this character?
Oh, definitely. It catapulted a lot. It catapulted a lot. You know, definitely.
All right. That's cool, man. That's cool. I like hearing that. That's great how, well, in a way, as a creative, that's great how real life in plays and influence the creation of your character, how it can inspire you to drive. Would you say that you were kind of like, and I'm just assuming based off of how you were talking, I could be wrong, but would you say that when you were working on this character, trying to create him or whatnot, that you were kind of stuck a little bit, didn't have everything worked out, and then like that happened and like the juice just came to you?
I was stuck right around with the name, and I just knew I wanted a character. I knew I wanted him to have, you know, a cloak split in two that represented wings but looked like a cloak. And I also knew I wanted him gray. But as far as the purpose and the story, you know, yeah, when that happened, everything just came together. Everything came together.
Okay.
You know? So, and I had it all together, but you know, then I linked up with Lonzo and just changed up a ton of stuff that I didn't want to change because, you know, but no, just updating the story, updating the characters, and all of that. You know, it's always a growing process. So, but that night was very influential for a lot of things I'm creating and started creating. You know.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. So, let's say this. What kind of villains are we looking at in this story? Are we going to have villains on not necessarily his power level, but is it going to stay ground level, dealing with the city, dealing with the culture, or are we really going to have some like out there type of villains that we're going to see with powers and stuff like that?
All the above.
All the above. Okay.
All the above, because as much as we love all our heroes, you know, they're always fighting these villains nobody could relate to. You know, you know, like Mr. Freeze has a relation, but Mr. Freeze is not relatable. You know, because there's no such thing as a Mr. Freeze. But you know, something that we all can relate to is, you know, cricket people, bad politicians, cricket politicians, bad situations. You know, having a nephew and a niece and a son myself, you know, I am against pedophilia, you know, child molestation, any abuse of children. So Absolver is my way of where everybody can relate. He can do the things we wish we can do to the people that deserve what we're thinking inside. Basically, that's what Absolver is there for. Absolver is he's my release.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, I like hearing that. That's so it's flat out. It's very personal to you.
very, very.
All right. Okay. 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 So, what was, I guess, without giving out, because we gotta get some of these comments too. But what was your favorite type of villain to add in the book, or can you whet our appetite with the type of villain that you were very interested in presenting in this story?
Um, it would definitely be the first villain that I'm introducing, the first main villain you're going to see in the arc.
Okay.
Um, very unique, I would hope. um, and monstrous. How can I say it? I don't know if I want to give it away. You asking me a question? There's no way to get around it. Um, all I'm saying, he's real big, very monstrous, very vile. He's like a real villain. Most of the villains I create, they don't have that pause. I'm gonna say what I gotta say and give the hero time to react. I don't,
Mhm.
I don't create that. If he's a villain, he's a villain for real. And so I don't know. You ask a good question. I can't get around it.
I'm like a reporter, man. I got to get the scoop on the show. That's how I keep people tuned in.
All right, all right, all right, all right. My boy said give it away. So here, this is the only time I'm going to talk about the main villain. Okay.
Okay, hold up. Bam, 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 bam. We getting a hot spoiler.
um. Um. His, the main villain, his name is Dominius.
Okay.
Kudos will start with the name. So basically, he his entire body is made up of nothing but living bodies that he captured and kills himself. And you can hear them like screaming in pain and agony. So he's like a moving, walking hell for all these
Okay.
souls and all these bodies. And so he's really a mixture of Clayface meets the most grotesque monster in the world. So and he has this ability whereby whoever he kills, he can control, and he uses them as lures to get more bodies and stuff like that. And he's just real vile and real menacing about how he goes about doing it. So
Okay.
that's it.
Ah,
That's
that's
all.
it.
That's all I'm giving away. It'll be like 90 minutes in, and you already get one exclusive. I can't give no more. Oh man. Mm.
Hey, that's what we here for, man. We here for the exclusives. We want to learn about the character. That's
Right,
cool,
right.
though.
I'm,
I
I'm, I might as well show a sneak peek. Look, huh? I'm just about to find it. Show
hold
it
up.
to you.
Let me get you up there.
Now I was going to share it to you. Um, yeah.
Okay, okay. I definitely dig the character's name. The name of the premise is the name of the premise is pretty dope.
Thank you, thank you. Oh man, I don't know why it's acting up. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, all right. Let's while you're doing this, let's start looking at some of these comments because we got some comments building up in the hole.
Right,
All
right.
right. Yeah, because I'm watching it on Facebook and yeah, I'm watching it on Facebook and the Twitter. Or I'm sorry, Facebook and YouTube.
All right. I'm ready for it all. I'm ready for it all.
Okay. Lonzo Star. Nope.
No,
Absolver is in the building.
ignore Lonzo. Ignore Lonzo. We
No,
got to do
no
with
Lonzo.
Lonzo.
Yeah, yeah. Because Lonzo is the one that set it up with me. So when I typed it up, I got his name in there because he's the one set it up, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is for my dude right here." And I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, that's
okay."
what he said. I had to beg for that. Why is he selling stories? I had to beg for this interview. You know?
We got Absolver in the building from Danny J. Quick. I'm
Danny.
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your name wrong, but it sounds like Michael Ann.
Oh, that's my
Says
birthday,
yeah.
You said it
Okay.
right.
Anaji.
Um,
Hit us with the fire symbols. Let me get that up. Let me get that in our little video for the re-record.
Okay.
Them fires, them flames. Danny J. Quick says he's never seen a Thanos versus Absolver pick.
Oh man. Oh
Well,
man. I'll share it. I'll share it.
I'll see what I can do for you today. But your boy Absolver's got me working right now, so I got to make sure I get this finished within our time limit.
Oh, have fun. Have fun.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we got Konkret Comics in the building. Lonzo Star says, "Let's go." Absolver versus Acolyte. Who wins?
Oh man, who asked that question? Danny?
Danny J. Quick.
Danny tried to break up a happy home. Like, what's wrong with him? You know? Personally, based on right now, I'll give it to Acolyte. If I'm being honest. But tomorrow, lay down the road, on the 125th issue, Acolyte don't see Absolver. Taking that to the bank. I'm taking that to the bank. So. Mm-hmm. Now, I'll go back in his room and write up a brand new ending for Acolyte to overpower Absolver. Watch. It'll never end. It will never end.
He says Konkret Comics is all over, baby. I heard Absolver can bring people back to life too. Danny J. Quick.
Yeah. When did he find that out? You know what?
Yo, yeah, Danny J. Quick is out here. Danny J. Quick out here spoiling everybody's stuff.
I only gave away one spoiling out. You know what? You know what? Tell Danny J. Quick. I need. No, he can hear me, right? I need that Ace Blade and Absolver team up. He owes me that now.
He owes it to you now. Danny J. Quick again says, "You're not going to tell us about manifestation and Vol's cloak."
Oh man, why is he? Why? I only talked about what's in the first issue in the first art. Danny, tell Danny to stop. Where is he getting this information? What's going on here?
Hey, Danny likes surprises, man. He ambushed me on the show.
Oh man. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to stay. I'm gonna have to stay quiet. I'm gonna have to stay quiet. I don't know if I can. That's giving away too much right now.
All right, so we got Lonzo Star says, "Don't start this beef if you have no idea how it really gets." Laughing my butt off. Lawrence James King says, "I heard Absolver doesn't like Man of Steel either." Michael Watson. I'm just saying. Hey, well, that's Absolver's problem. Then the man doesn't like good movies.
Listen, I love Man of Steel.
Okay.
I love Man of Steel, and I think that's the best rendition of Superman ever. I don't care what anybody say. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know about Absolver, but I know the creator of Absolver loves it.
Good. Hey, and that works for me. Looks like Carl David Hewitt thought you were going to be drawn for a moment. Thank you, sir, for the shout out. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying drawing other people's characters live. Hold up. Oh shoot. Let me see. Sean Mack is in the building. Operations director for Short Fuse Media says Absolver is dope.
I appreciate
it. I see where Alonzo told you to go ahead and let us have it.
Yeah.
Danny, you quick with the exclusive alert. And Sean Mack says y'all done convinced you to be about Team Spoiler. Okay, we all caught up. We all caught up. So while we're talking about movies, prior to Absolver becoming what he is in this form right now, I don't know how much the man gets to eat or necessarily go out to the movies, but I'm gonna say prior to this, what was his favorite movie and what was his favorite thing to eat?
Wow. His favorite movie been anything full of action. Um, and his favorite thing to eat. I don't know if y'all are Trinidadian, but it would have to be roti or bus up shop. Y'all know nothing about that. Let me know. Look up any West Indian food. Okay.
I have no idea what that is, brother.
All right, man. Look, listen, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago. My favorite food will always be roti and bus up shop. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay. Can you educate us? Can you educate me? What is in it? What?
Roti and the bus up shop is a type of bread. Two different type of breads, and basically, you have your veggie roti or your lamb or chicken or goat. So I prefer my chicken, and it comes with curry chicken inside this bread. It just tastes so good. I don't know. It's just basically curry chicken and potatoes and peas. It tastes good. It's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing.
All right. So I think I know the way you're describing it and how you feel about it. It's how I feel about corned beef. I'm down here in Columbus. I mentioned corned beef to everybody, and they don't know what it is. When I moved down here, I had this boss. Oh, dude was a big eater. He loved to eat like just as much as I do. So I was like, man, Scott, you got to tell me what the corned beef sandwiches are, man. Where can I get a corned beef sandwich? He said it with the utmost confidence, man. Sit me down to this spot. Now, to me, a corned beef sandwich from Cleveland, where I'm from, that joint is that big.
Wow, that's a serious sandwich.
that's just the meat. My hands are the bread.
Wow, that's
so. I go down there, hit up this spot, expecting to get some good, like a corned beef sandwich, and I order it. Man, that mug was like this.
You felt disrespected.
I felt mad disrespected, man. I pulled up the picture because the sandwich was already like $17. I pulled up the picture. At this point, I need to be satisfied, and I showed him. I was like, man, however much it costs to put that much meat on that sandwich, I need you to do it. I was upset, man.
And at least you get that, man. In order for me to I live in Jersey, so in order for me to get some good roti, I either have to go an hour and 20 minutes in New York, or wait every time I go down to Florida to get me some good roti, man. So I get it, trust me.
Oh man, it's the same way though, but the sandwich wasn't good. I still, every time I go home to Cleveland, you can ask anybody, my wife, my kids, my friends. Every time I go back to Cleveland, I have to get corned beef and I have to get Kim's wings because it ain't like that nowhere else. I have to go when I go home. I have to get it. Danny J. Quick, I didn't put up the art yet. We just immediately started on the conversation. Absolver, I needed to start on this piece because I didn't know what I was going to necessarily do for him yet. So I needed to dig in, but I'm going to get that piece up before we get out of here, or I'll post it with the rerun. I'm really enjoying your dude's face, though. I don't know why. Like I said, I tend to jump on weird things in my art, and I'm having a lot of fun drawing his face.
Hey, that's good, man.
All right, so we got the food. We said any type of action movie. What is your personal all-time film?
You know what? Wow. I don't know. I just started rewatching The Matrix again and John Wick again. Well, if I had to pick my all-time favorite film, oh man, what would it be? I don't know. I'm all about the moment. Whatever is good, I'm all about the moment. Right now, I'm rewatching Matrix, and I'm loving the trilogy. So, let's just do Matrix right now.
I'm one of the few people that enjoyed all three Matrix movies. I know a lot of people did not like the last two, but I enjoyed them both.
Yeah.
Looks like Daniel Calvin saying corned beef on rye with mustard for the win from Cat's Deli here in New York, especially with Coney Island style niche on the side. I'm sorry, I pronounced that wrong. I don't put that on my corned beef, so that's why I don't know what that is. And Doc Brown's cream soda. We progressed from fashion tips to food review. Yeah, man, we doing it all. It's called chat and draw. It's a full conversation, baby. Sean Mack says, when is issue 2 coming?
Mr. Sean Mack, Chat and Draw has abused up all its spoilers and information, so I can no longer. There's no capacity. There's no room for it. So I can't. You gotta blame Danny J. Quick for that one. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's Danny
J. Look what you did. He got us out here on a limb, then hyped this character up, then talked about this character, the contents, and we wanted a second issue. He said he can't even tell us that now because Danny J. Quick is the spoiler parade.
And you know what I'm saying? It's like you get a full course meal and you go after the dessert first. You know that's
All right, what else do we got here? Let me set questions. I got to try to balance myself because I start getting into these pieces, man, and I get going.
Right.
And I forget somebody on the show with me.
Totally understand.
All right, so comic books, the choice, the decision. What was the book that pulled the trigger for you, man? What comic book made you say, this is it right here. This is what's for me?
Honestly, it would. My love for comic book world came. My father used to always bring us, my brother and I, comic books. But that Death of Superman hits hard when you were young. You know, that first run of Death of Superman hit kind of hard.
Yeah, it do. Yeah, it do.
You know, it hit hard. And that's when I was a Superman fan. Like, you know, like I was a Superman fan. But it would definitely have to be my first introduction to Spawn in 6th grade. That was it for me. You know, here was this cool superhero. His cloak is my favorite color. He's dark. He's because before that it was Batman. You know, Batman was the dark, menacing one, but Spawn was on a whole other level. I mean, I wasn't even allowed to read those books. You know, that's how tight my father was. So
really?
Yeah, so I only read whatever my friend brought to school with him. You know, so when I got older and I was gonna start able to collect the Spawn, I just started collecting. And you know, I went on a hunt and I found them and I bought them. I remember my gym coach had a whole stack of them, and here he is selling it to these high school kids who wasn't even allowed to do it. But I got that. Then I lost I lost them. So I started collecting them again. But it was definitely me reading Spawn for the first time. You know, that's what did it for me. I can't even tell you what issue it was. I just know I thought he was cool. Everything about him was cool.
Right. So with Spawn, what are your thoughts on Spawn being the longest running independent comic of all time and still going?
I love it. I think it's, you know, I think he had a little fall off when, you know, he killed Al Simmons and brought him back and brought Spawn back as somebody else, but they got back on the right track. You know, I appreciate it. You know, I love the fact that there's no reboots to him dying again and telling the origin story and calling it Spawn the Eternal. I appreciate the fact that he can keep going and telling the story. You know?
Okay. Yeah, McFarlane is writing some nice comic book lines out there right now. You know, he chased it and got that 300. And you know, he said he introduced a bunch of new characters in that 300 issue, and he's got plenty more stories and content to go. You, as the independent creator writer right now, saying that your story is thoroughly plotted to 125. Are we saying 125 is the magic die number, or 125 and then you're gonna bust out another 125?
Well, I look at it this way, you know, like your sandwich, you know what I'm saying? A good sandwich, you know, you got to start with a perfect slice of bread, and you got to end with the perfect slice of bread. Now, whatever happens whatever you put in it makes your sandwich. So basically, it's 125 because I mapped out the ending, and there's 3 different endings I want right now, hypothetically, for Absolver. So And because I know the ending, it helps me keep pace with the story and where I'm trying to go. And and every day you wake up, there's a new influence in life, something influenced you, and you can able to tell a new story. And so originally he was at it ended at 100, and now it's ended at 125 because as long as I'm alive, there's always going to be an influence somewhere. So
Okay.
so yeah, I'm not putting a cap on 125. That's just the goal, and that's where it is right now.
Okay. I can respect that. I'm actually putting my cap for Hot Shot at 100. We've got it plotted out to 100 issues. Thoroughly plotted out for 50 right now, loosely plotted out for the 100. But like you, I know how my book is going to end. And that's what we're trying to get. Thank you, Sean Mack, for the correction. Spawn is the longest running creator-owned comic, not independent running. But yeah, I know how the book is going to end. So everything that, at least for the Hot Shot book, everything that we're doing with the characters and stuff we're building up, we're aiming to that direction. So it's nice to have a mark, a finish line that you want to see to kind of orchestrate and design everything around that. What made you go? What was the difference maker for you? You said you had it at 100, but what capped you off to go to 125?
Because there's always influences, and I look at everything in quarters. So, I'm not going to end it at 103. Now it has to be 125 now. You know what I'm saying? So definitely 125. So that's basically that. There's no other reason behind that.
Okay, so are you a old? Well, I guess it really isn't old school. It's old school for me, but are you an old school head who likes that traditional 25, 50, 75, 100? That every 25 issue count, anniversary issue, something big should happen.
No, not really. When something big happens, it happens. I don't significant in the number. It's just, like I said, if I get influenced to go past 125, and I got like 3 new stories, I'm going to say, all right, 150 it is. Let's go. That's just me. So
okay, man. Hey, I got to put this out here. Everybody that's been on the show, everyone that's come on this show and graced me and allowed me to have fun with their characters, and everyone that is further on coming onto the show in the future. Thank you very much. Because I'm looking down at this bad boy. I'm having a good time, man. I'm having a good time.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
It's definitely an aspect that I love about the show is I look at you guys send me reference for the characters. You guys send me character sheets and stuff like that. I kind of like try to look at it. My big thing is I want to be able to freestyle it for the most part right there on the spot while I'm having the conversation, because just like with you said you get influence in your story, your narrative changes. Well, even what I had in my head may change based off of discussion that I'm having with you live, and I made about 4 different adjustments to this right now while we were while I was sketching it.
That means
I love that.
Yeah, that means you're having fun.
All right, what else do we have here? So tell us about your writing process, man. How does that work for you? What do you do? You lock yourself in a room? You listen to music? Are you got notes all over the board? Are you like a enthusiast with the lines, connecting all the dots, or are you just there with your cell phone typing your notes and putting it in?
You know what? I would say all the above, but I get most of my writing when that idea hits.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to sit down there and write it. Now, whether it's on my phone or my tablet, I just get to it. Sometimes the music really doesn't help. But
Okay.
yeah, that's just usually my process. I just sit down and write wherever, however. I write up a little synopsis of what the idea is and the thought is, and then get it out when I get the opportunity to.
Do you do layouts for your writing, or do you just dive right into the writing?
I create a list. I call it a timeline. Things I definitely want to get to, and I write it in a way I could understand what's about to happen. So I might say, "Red car hit the building." I know what it is. You read it like, what does that mean? And I'll remember specifically, I need JoJo's red car to swerve off because Absolver punched the door and it hits a building. So I just create a timeline of everything I know I want in there.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. I can see some Spawn influence in Absolver. I can too, Danny. Shamak says, I vaguely remember Absolver flirting with an affiliation with another publisher. How did Absolver end up at Konkret Comics?
Ah, man, cool story. I saw this cool character. I call him the Flying Smurf. I hit up Lonzo like, yo, this character is dope. Did you draw it? And he's like, nah, but this is my character. So we started talking. That turned casual conversation. Casual conversation turned into us doing a dope story where our characters connect, and that turned into Konkret Comics. Lonzo, I was getting ready to do my own thing. Lonzo was already doing his thing, and I'm all about unity,
Yeah.
And we was like-minded, so I figured, what, we might as well, because two minds are always greater than one. So we linked up, and then from there we just joined forces, and he's really been a nice, when you say iron sharpen iron, that's definitely my man's right there, because
Okay.
I had a friend, and we literally lived right next door to each other. And in the 8 years we lived next door to each other, we couldn't get past one page of any story we create. Within a year, Lonzo and I did Konkret Comics and had a successful Kickstarter along with everybody that helped us. Whether Anaji, our dope editor Daniel, our admin, she does a great job. So when you trying to do stuff like this and get ahead, the team you have, the people you have around you is real important.
Real absolutely
important. So that's how Konkret Comics came about. It's we're really a family. We're really a family. So I enjoyed, I love it. But that's what happened. That's how I ended up with Konkret Comics.
Yeah, man. I agree with that sentiment a ton. Your team is going to get you somewhere. Your team is going to get where you need to be. Got to have strong allies with you. Danny J. Quick is upset that I have not put the picture up. All right, Danny, that's cool, man. Right now, everything's running fine. I've had this freeze up that happens that's been happening on every single episode. So I'm trying to finish the drawing first, pull this screen down, and then I'm gonna pull the screen up, trying to pace it. Angry emojis if you want to see the art. He trying to start a riot on the show, man.
Danny Quick seems such a nice guy. What happened? He just flips the switch on chat and draw. Like, what happened? What happened?
Danny J. Quick. Danny J. Quick. I like to compare him to all of wrestling. He's the ultimate promoter. You never know what he's going to do. All you know is you're gonna love it. So Danny J. Quick can be a heel, or he can be the hero, or he can be the comedian, or he can be the producer. It's just, you never know what you're going to get. You just got to ride with that Danny J. Quick experience.
He's a wild card, huh?
Yes, he is, but he's the wild card you want.
Okay. Yeah.
So we put your man Absolver in Street Fighter V.
Okay.
He's a DLC indie ultimate character. How does he do? Is he getting through the whole roster, and or if not, who gives him problems?
All right, put it this way. Put Absolver in Street Fighter V. It'll be the equivalent of putting a souped up Shang Tsung in there. Like, whatever your character will do, he will be able to do, and it'll be multiplied. Absolver running through everything in Street Fighter.
He running through everything.
He
So
running through
hold up
everybody.
though. He running through an ultimate evil Ryu?
He's running through everything because listen. I'm about to give you something. It's not a spoiler, but I'm about to give you enough so you can understand. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
Absolver can get hurt. Like any normal person, he can get hurt. But there's a unique way to kill mezzos. And if you can't kill a mezzo, if you don't know a unique way, there's no way you can really win. You understand? So I don't see anybody beating him from Street Fighter. You know? And then once he vanquishes Evil Ryu, then what? He's gonna do what Evil Ryu can do, and better, and more powerful.
All right. Sean Mack says, what do we, the fans, have to do to ensure Absolver and other characters at Konkret Comics stay together? I personally hate seeing dope teams break up.
Can I be candid and honest, or do you want the diplomatic correct way of me saying this?
Hey, you say it however you want to. This is about adding to your social media audience. If your crowd like it real, then give it real. If your crowd like it diplomatic, do diplomatic.
I believe Konkret Comics dealt with that problem. When that problem dealt with itself. It's really important to have a mind, a focal, a single, a unified drive. You know, Konkret Comics is the vehicle, and everybody that's Konkret Comics, we should be heading down the same direction, the same path, have the same understanding, and that's what we currently have. And when we didn't have it, it was a long car ride. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then once that problem rectified itself, everything is fine. Like if Lonzo and I debate, is because we're trying to get to point B together. You know, he just has a way of doing it and his way of doing it. You know, Onaji just cool about everything. You know, he's cool about everything and laugh about everything. You know, but you know, the greatest piece that was added to the company, which I would say is Daniel, our editor, because he totally understands what we're trying to do. He would take your idea and like really, you know, help you put the picture you're trying to convey on your page, and he'll help you out with no judgment. He didn't call your story whack, nothing. So basically what I'm trying to say to Sean is, you know, our our mindset, our drive, the fact that we love each other and respect each other, we're definitely going to keep this thing going. Oh, that looks nice. That looks real nice. We're definitely going to keep this thing going. You know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're all in the same page, head down the same direction, and that's all it takes. You know, it starts with the foundation. It starts from the inside, and as long as we love each other and we respect each other, you know, we push greatness from each other. We expect greatness from each other, and then the fans will see that. The fans will receive that 100% all the time. You know, we Konkret Comics, we talk, eat comic books all day, every day, you know, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about, you know.
That is very good to hear, man. I don't think your team's got to go through stuff to create that bond.
Honestly, it was as easy as we're all in this room and one person did not belong here. And when that person left, yo, everything became 10 times better. Like everything. You know, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. You know, Lonzo might shut down my whole social media for a week because I'm saying too much. But I just have to be honest on everything. That's who I am. I'm honest. You gave me the platform to speak up. It is too late, you know. But you know, that's really what it was. You know, we're all listen. we're all trying to get in the same direction, and we got rid of the ego problems. There's literally no ego. You know, when I see Acolyte out there winning and Lonzo winning, I'm legit happy. I love the fact that Odina and Onaji is getting mad love right now. You know, and when Daniel dropped his story out there finally, y'all gonna love that too. You know, I'm excited to see what's happening with all our characters and everybody. Everybody just legit happy for everybody. So I don't see Concrete Comics breaking up like a boy band. You know, as
That's
long as,
what's
they,
up.
as long as they keep me the face, because I am the cutest face of Concrete Comics. I'm no lie. You know, they're probably not going to like that, but that's the truth. Everything will be fine.
This is the part I hate about it. When I draw something and I gotta erase it.
Oh no, man, that looking mean, man. I love that.
I appreciate it. You know, it's like I find the little quirky things that people don't really notice that I like in the art, like how I drew a shoulder or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh shoot, that's covered up by the cape. Dang it, I gotta get rid of it.
All right.
What else we got? So, can you tell us about something that you had going on with Absolver in the beginning, whether it's a costume change or character change or personality trait that you were rocking with real hard, and then after a while of working with the character, you're like, yeah, this doesn't work.
He was really on the fence as far as good and evil went. You know, his story is really going to be, you know, if a villain needed something, if a villain wanted to utilize Absolver's vindictive ability, they would have him. If somebody good wanted to, they would. You know, so I kind of stray away from him being too centered in the battle of evil and good. You know, but as far as all the designs, everything, no, that's it from day one. Everything that's day one. Nothing's really changed. Oh no. There was more to his cloak, but I took it out. I'm going to add it back in later. So that's all I can say. But you see it, you got it. So I need you not to say nothing, Mike. Just
You talking what?
What?
My mouth is sealed.
My mouth is sealed. If you give it away, Short Fuse owes me one. Okay. I don't know how, but y'all gonna owe me one.
Hey, all right, I got you. I'll keep it close to the chest.
Yeah. No, but you know, once the design is final, the design is final. But I can't say never mind. Forget the but. See, you got me about to give away more, and I can't. No, I can't. No. It's
hey, this is your episode, man. Do you, baby? Do you?
Listen. I was told that I can't speak about nothing but Concrete Comics. I'm already in enough trouble as it is. Okay.
Apparently, Danny J. Quick wants to see Absolver fight my villain Void.
Listen, let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. I'm all for it.
It looks like it would be a very nice fight.
I don't know how am I supposed to take that, you know. Because me personally, I'm like, you're being the nice guy, and I'm thinking, Absolver's going to win no matter what, and you're telling it's going to be a nice fight. Come on, speak to me. Void versus Absolver?
I get the sense, and I could be wrong, man. Just from what you're saying about Absolver, is he's the Straight to the point, no nonsense. Let's get it in. We here. Time to work.
About Absolver's characteristic, yes, I would look at Absolver more like an animal in the wild. You know, if it's
Ooh.
hungry, if that wild animal is hungry, it's going to do what it needs to do because it wants to eat. But if it's not hungry, it's going to be chilling and doing what it, you know what I'm saying, just vibing. You know, so like I said, with Absolver's purpose being vengeance of all things, you know, he doesn't just walk around seeking people that needs something vindictive carried out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he could care less about anything else that has nothing to do with him as of right now. And the dope thing, and the dope way I constructed his story, it's a roller coaster, you know. There's gonna be a lot of growth and a lot of falls in his character, you know, where he develops extreme confidence and that gets taken away from him, like, you know. So, but he's really just like that, a wild animal. You know, if he's hungry, I'm gonna eat. If I'm not hungry, whatever, you go walk right past me, I'm gonna leave you alone. It is what it is.
Now, you hit it right on the head. That's pretty much exactly how Void is. He is he's a cunning villain. He's not a mindless wrecker. He let me see here. Where is the thing at? He's not a mindless wrecker. He's here to do the work or whatnot, but if you get in his way, it's going to be a problem. He has a
Right.
specific goal. It's not just reckless nonsense. He has a specific goal and thing that he's trying to accomplish. But he's not just out here randomly causing destruction just for the merries and the kicks of it.
Right.
He's got a cunning mind, and he's lethal with his powers and his skill set. He knows how to use them, and he's in the face. He doesn't hesitate.
Right. Right. Okay. That'll be a nice matchup.
All right, why is my thing not working the way that I want it to? Now, I was doing speed lines on this thing the other day,
Right.
and I like by hand, and I figured out how to do them manually, or I to get them done quickly, and now it's not working.
Oh man.
Oh well,
Oh man. They see you see you got see Mike. They taking my whole phone away.
they taking your whole phone away.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Lonzo just said take my phone away. Thank you, Danny. Free me. Keep me free, man. See, y'all got me out here. Ah. I like that.
I'm gonna play around with it. I probably need to reset the pad so I can get these speed streaks right. But let's go ahead and all right, man. Tell everybody where they can find you at, man, while we do the replay. Let them know where they can get your book.
You can purchase Absolver #1 Arrival at www.konkretcomics.com. That's Konkret Comics with a K. Follow my Absolver page on Facebook, Absolver, Rate the Vengeance. I'm also on IG, Absolver, Rate the Vengeance. You know, my name is Jermael Lessey. You can meet me, just follow me online, anytime. Ask me any kind of questions you want. I'm reachable. That's basically, listen, I just really want to give a shout out to everybody that supported Konkret Comics, that love our characters and love what we do. We really appreciate you guys. Like, this is not just a hobby for us. We're really out here doing this. It takes a lot, and you really have to have a passion for this because what a lot of people learn and try to learn to understand. It's if you're in it for money, you know, I'm not gonna say you're in the wrong group, you're chasing the wrong deal, but you know, you really have to have a passion to do this. You know, this it's not free, it's not cheap. And like I said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my team. The team is perfect, and that includes the artists, all the loved ones, the family, the friends that support us. You know, I gotta apologize. I also had my homegirl, Kimberly Danthier. She helped edit my books. You know, she's been rocking with me from day one. You know, and like I said, so without them, without my squad, you know, I wouldn't be able to be here right now. I mean, you know myself, I would, but but in this manner, this way, you know, I really, really appreciate it. And I want to thank you, and I want to thank you, Mike, and thank Sean for giving us the platform to do this. You know, I really appreciate it. So yeah, you got to have me again next time. Matter of fact, I need to interview you and Danger Quake and quick, and then get some of these spoilers out of you guys. That maybe that's how you owe me one. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm up for it, man. I want to thank you for being on the show, bringing your character out here. I really dig the vibe of Concrete Comics a lot, man. And I think because you guys are spelling that with a K, and we got freestyle comics out here, I think it's destined for a crossover to happen amongst our characters.
Hey, let's really make it happen. But Danny definitely owes me that crossover or something, you know.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past Danny. Danny likes him. He's I've seen some pinups from him online with some nice crossovers with his characters. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this episode of Chat and Draw. I said I was going to drop a little bit of information leading up to the season finale of Chat and Draw on episode 25. We will be having uh, several guests on the episode of 25. A lot of the guests that we had in the season, we're going to have them back on. That's one little tidbit. We're going to take about a half an hour break, and then I will be back here for the doubleheader. We had Lori Foster last week, but we had to reschedule. We got her today. So we will be talking to her in her first live interview and drawing her character, her secret character that will be drawn today as well. So come back, join me, and check me out at 5:30 with Lori Foster. And then we do this all over again tomorrow at our regular time and channel. If you're watching, please subscribe or give it a share to your network and audience. We do cool stuff like this all the time. I like to thank Jermael very much for being on the show. Had a great time, man. It was a good conversation. And yet another fun character to draw here. Hang on, I'm gonna put you in the backstage. We're gonna close out the show. I gotta ask you something before I let you off. But thank you everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you in about 25 minutes. Let me get rid of that. I gotta work on my timing still. My time is a little bit off, but that's fine. Boom.